Composting for beginners. If you want to save money and time from having to go buy your compost every single year, the better, more sustainable option would be to make your own, which is why I'm starting this series and showing you exactly how I make my own compost from the very beginning to the very end. And while I make this video, I'm going to be answering a lot of questions from the last video. So if you want to save time and money by creating your own compost, make sure you save this video so you can find it for later. If you came from this last video, we started the compost completely from scratch. I've got a lot more greens to add, so now it's time to add to the pile. And I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to continuously feed it over the month, but also how you're going to turn it and keep it aerated so we can have enough oxygen. Now, because I have Asian jumping worms, I cannot use one of the main sources of carbon that I usually use, which is dead leaves, which is why I got a cardboard shredder, and we're going to be shredding up some cardboard real quick. A lot of y'all in the last video asked how I got my cardboard so small and the perfect little square. I just use a shredder. This is the brand I got. Not enough. Let's see. Yep, plenty. Now we're going to get the other half of the equation, which is our greens. And again, anything organic, kitchen scraps, peels, eggshell. A lot of people ask what I did with the greens if I went out to the compost every single day or if I had a container for them. Yes, I just use this little container. I wish it was a screw-on, like airtight container, but it works for now. And I want to remind you that I do cold composting, so it's got an open top. I don't usually have to add water to it. If you're doing hot composting, which is a closed system, then yes, you'll probably have to add water to it. And you have to make sure you're adding enough carbon or it will smell bad and cause a lot of flies and bugs. If you have your ratios correct, your compost pile should not smell bad. Should not bring animals. It should not have bugs and flies all around it. If it does, add you some more carbon. This is how we left the pile in the last video. We got some good rain yesterday, so it's nice and wet. And here's how I'm going to add everything together. It's very simple. It's not a complicated process at all. We're going to dump this all out. And before we add our carbon, we're going to give it a really good mix and turn. The turning of the soil not only helps to put oxygen back into your pile, which you need for breakdown, but it's also going to give you a chance to smell the pile as you turn it. You're going to have this like waft in your face. If you get that stank smell, it's too wet. Dry it out with some carbon. And right now, as I'm turning it, I'm getting this like rich earth smell. And that's what we want. You see how we have no food scrap showing? Now we're going to add us a nice thick layer of carbon on top. This is not only going to help soak up all the green that we just added to, but that thick layer is also going to mask any kind of smell that you have going on in the compost bed. And this is the exact process I'm going to use every single time I fill up my compost bin, bin A. Again, we have our 3 bins, A, B, and C. I'm only going to fill up bin A until it gets to the top, and then I'll turn it over to bin B, where the current soil, which is in here now, it will get turned over to bin C. And I'll pull from bin C in the spring whenever I need to top my beds with compost. So after spring, bin C is completely empty. Now, of course, if you don't have a system like this and you don't have that long, hot composting is a lot quicker than cold composting. But if you have the land and you just want to live a more sustainable lifestyle, cold composting is the way to go. It's a lot less maintenance. Never have an issue with animals coming and digging in my compost, and it's completely open. So if you have the space to do it, go ahead and set up a cold composting system. It's going to make your life much easier. So if you want to learn more about composting and just want to have a more sustainable garden where you're saving yourself time and money and energy, then make sure you're following my page. So I'm here to help you grow, and I'll see you in the next video.